Я был прав, но несчастлив. Разбуди меня огнем. Может стать, попытаться. Можешь поделиться сном. Everyday перетяги. Дышу музыкой на зло. Я тону.
Привет. Добрый вечер. Как дела, суки? Хорошо? Хорошо? Нет? Я ты понимал? Нет. Молодец. Anyway, yeah, I don't have anybody watching yet, so that would have been a lot funnier if somebody was watching when I actually started. But nobody watches for a while. Yeah. So, um, but then again, people might watch it like at the beginning, like from the beginning after it'll post afterwards on Facebook, and I have it set up so it does it on Twitch as well now. So it is saved for what is it called? I gotta make sure this is turned down. Oh, yeah, it's okay. All right, and everything's good. Yep, yep. Oh, here we go. So, yeah. So how's everybody's Wednesday? It's Wednesday, right? Yeah. Yeah, hump day. Hump day. Oh, I've had a tiring day. Like, I hadn't done much. I did go up to Caribou, did do that, but past that, it's just I had a lot of time to think. Like, I streamed a little bit on Twitch, just trying to, practice. I didn't do Facebook. I just did Twitch just to see. Um, I was gonna see because apparently to become a professional streamer or whatever that is, you have to stream for like at least 4 hours. Uh, and I was like, oh, I got to like two, and I was like, no, I got nothing else because I didn't have anybody to talk to. Like, I had spam bots in my chat. And for like one of them, I was like, oh, this person actually asking questions, like, where are you from? I'm like, oh, I'm in North Carolina. Where are you from? And they said Texas. And I'm like, oh, we're in Texas. I used to live in San Antonio. And they're like, oh, Frisco. And I'm like, okay. And then I said something like, oh, yeah, I don't know where is Frisco? And I was just kind of coming in there, whoa, wow. And I'm like, oh, there we go. And then next thing I know, they're saying, oh, I own a graphics company. And I'm like, oh, there it is. Trying to sell me, um, uh, give them money to make like graphic stuff to put up on my stream. And I'm like, and I said, I know you're a bot and you're not going to, actually recognize what I'm saying, but, no, I do that stuff myself. And if I need help, I know somebody that would be more than willing to take my money to do that. And I would trust them over some random on a chat. So yeah. And then I ended up getting 3 followers, but they were the bots. Because what you can do on Twitch is have it so it's set up. They have to follow you for a little bit before they can post. Like you can set it up. I didn't set it up because I wanted somebody to start like asking me just whatever. And no, it was no. Because they followed, and then like a few minutes later, then they said something. I'm like, so I turned that function on because a couple of them just posted up, and I knew they were bots just by the way they spoke, and I was like, yeah, I'm not falling for those scams. I get enough of that when I was on dating apps, because that's the only people that I matched with for the most part was spam or scams. And it was I would try to mess with them because like they would be like, oh, I live in this country, so I would translate to that country, whatever it was, like German, French, whatever. Say, if you can read this, I don't believe you. But the bots were smart enough. I don't know if it was the bots or if it was actually a person that was trying to scam, but they'd be like, why don't you believe me? And I'm like, because look at me and look at you. There is absolutely no way somebody like you would be that interested. I have no money for one, and number two, I'm not that dumb. I'm dumb. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not that dumb. So yeah, I guess I'm actually streaming. Yeah, it says streaming. That's live. That says was live. I must have hit the wrong button on that one. Let's see. Let me try that one. Try this. There it is. I gotta make sure I turn the volume down on my iPad. I had it up to play the music. There we go. Yeah. So the song I played at the beginning, I wanted to. Usually I try to find stuff that's royalty free, just to be safe. But I figured I'd try it just because I like that song. It's ya e no, hold on, tia ya t e ya you and I by Hacho. Um, really nice song. It's mainly in Russian, but I can understand most of it. So it's very beautiful. So um, I have a couple others. I'm gonna try to do that. Just play stuff like that kind of stuff, and hopefully my video doesn't get muted the whole way just because I played that. We'll see. If it does, I will figure out how to fix it. I don't know how. I'll figure it out. Whatever. If it does it, I just won't do it anymore. Fair enough. Okay. All right. Let's see. Yeah, just a rough day. Like had a lot of time to think. And it's kind of my fault. So I'm learning Russian, as I said before, for the past coming up on almost 2 years now. I can have small conversations, like I did at the beginning. Did mess up a couple words, just because I don't get a chance to really speak it that often. Uh, and when I do, I'm like, I hope I don't say the wrong thing because I have a potty mouth. Because I do know a lot of bad words, because of who I was with last year. Yeah. So, yeah, peace. Anyway, uh, so I had done. Did I? No, I said this in the Twitch stream this today, so I hadn't said it in this. What I did was, she doesn't really give me homework because it's like more of a tutoring thing than a actual class. So even when I was doing the class with her, she didn't give us homework. She said, "Oh, just look at this stuff," and I'm like, "You gonna give us like an assignment, like something to do?" Like we had an end of the class project, but nothing like weekly, to kind of keep up on, to practice. So I came up with my own little homework to do. I wrote a story in Russian, like actually hand wrote it, not just typed it on the computer. No, I wanted to handwrite it so I could practice the letters because I need more practice with it. So I wrote a story and pretty much it told the story of why I started learning Russian. And I'm not going to go into it, but yeah, and she liked it. She was like, "This is really really nice. Like, did you translate all this like on the computer?" I'm like, "No, I used that for guidance, but I didn't. I translated what it said to back to English to make sure it was right, and then if I didn't like the word it chose, I found my own word and made it make sense. I only had a couple mistakes because of like genitive case and all that kind of stuff. I'm not really used to all that stuff. English doesn't really have that where different nouns have genders. So depending on what the gender is of the word, depends on what the other words in the sentence are pronounced and spelled. So a lot of times it makes it easier for to tell what the gender of the word is by the beginning of the sentence, if that makes sense. Anyway, so in the story at the end, I said, that's the beginning. There's another part to it, and I'll do that. Do it at a later date. Last week, she was like, "Hey, have you done that other story yet?" I'm like, "Oh no, not yet." So let's see if you bring that in next time. I'm like, "Oh, okay." So that story is the one from last year, which is still very. I don't like. I like talking about the good parts of it, but it makes me remember that I'm not gonna have those good moments anymore with them, and it's it's rough because it's like I wish there was something I could do to change it, and I can't. Um, and reliving it through words and stuff like that. I know I shouldn't, but it is kind of helpful because it's like it reminds me that uh, I did have the love that I deserved, even for a little bit. Uh, but yeah, it makes it rough to uh, work finish out the day, you know. And I was off today, so trying to do other stuff to distract me from it, and it's like I don't really have anything to distract me that much because yeah, I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna end up talking about it. So yeah. Anyway, um, and I figured out something. So right now, it says I have a viewer on Twitch. Well, that's not an actual viewer. I don't think. I think that's actually a like the software thing. I think maybe I do have somebody uh, watching. You know, maybe. Let's see. Let's see what this does. If this followers only China emote, slow mode. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, I can't do it on this one. Uh, hide offensive language. What? No, I don't want to hide. Enable flirting and chat. Discrimination. Profanity. Yeah. I'll leave the harassment one on. No, I want people. Uh, filtering. There we go. I'll just do that. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see what that does. Oh yeah. So anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, that stuff. I don't want to talk about it anymore. What else do I want to talk about? So tonight, yeah, that's what I. So I did the 2 hours, 2 hours, and I did like maybe an hour again, trying to like get myself to do like up to four at least, because I was like watching some streamers that were live and it had little timers on them. They were like 8 or 10 hours. I was like, what are they doing? And then I ran across one that they had their camera on and everything, and they were asleep in the bed. I was like, oh, well, that explains a lot. I mean, I wouldn't do that, but okay, good on you then. So, I'm again, I'm not looking to make a fortune on this. I'm not even looking to make money. You have to become affiliate status, and it's just, um, it's a pretty big long process to do that. Like you have to have like 50 followers, and then you have to average so many uh viewers per stream, and I'm still at like one or two. Uh so I'm like, all right, whatever. Right now I'm on Facebook and I'm at zero. Big goose egg. Refresh. Yeah. No, it still says, yeah, I just refreshed it just to make sure. Just to make sure I wasn't like imagining anything. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, so the point what? Uh I'm trying to get myself up to, stream for 4 hours, which sounds just dumb. I mean, I did lives for like 2 hours 45 minutes while I was driving, so I'm like, all right, it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, it's a little bit different when you're actually sitting, not sitting in a car being trapped. It's like a captive host instead of a captive audience. So, I figure what I'll do is instead of doing an hour at night, I'll just try to do two. You know, that way, if somebody just joins up later on, they can join in at that point, instead of, after, if they usually start watching after I'm done. they can kind of join in, if anybody wants to. I don't think anybody wants to. I think most of my followers and friends actually have lives, unlike me, because this is what I'm doing. But I mean, still, I'm still enjoying it for the most part. It's starting to feel kind of daunting. I had a couple good um, instances for a while where it was like I had people chatting and asking me questions and stuff, and then now nothing. So, and it's probably just because like the time of day during the week and all that. Well, I'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Let's just feel it out. So yeah. Um. So yeah. Um. Hmm. I am off today and tomorrow, and then I have to work Friday, Saturday. Yeah, this week's been kind of weird because it was off Monday, work Tuesday, then off Wednesday, Thursday, and then work Friday, Saturday. So, but that means next week is my front four. So I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I'm off for 5 days. Yay. I mean, I like my 5 days. Hopefully it's not raining or chilly so I can go ride. I need some bike therapy. I haven't gotten any bike therapy in a while. So, a week or so. And I didn't ride much beginning of last week. I think it was supposed to it rained or something. No, I just didn't feel it. Like it's one of those things. Like I don't want to be shoehorned into like or forced into riding a certain day because it's a good day to ride. I want to be able to be like I want to go ride today, and be able to, but I can't because I'm somewhat responsible adult, I guess, and have to work. And yeah, I can ride to work, but that's not really that much fun because I have to have a backpack for lunch and all that stuff. And it's not that long of a trip to get there to work, but still I get to ride. And ride home is a little bit better sometimes. Sometimes if the traffic's not too bad. Hmm. I was hoping somebody would actually like join up tonight. I guess not. I like and I did get input from my dad about not being able to hear me, so I fixed that, I believe. He said last night was a lot better, so I turned it up a little bit more. So maybe it'll be a little bit better tonight too. And maybe that's why people are like, I can't hear him. It's turned up all the way and I barely hear him. So I mean, I can talk a lot closer to the mic. Yeah, I know that sounded like just complete trash. Like this. I like doing this though. Like I do imagine like people are actually like watching it later, and be like, no one comments though. Like I would just comment something. There's a couple of people that like the video. Uh, guess who I just saw at Red Robin? Of course, I get a text. Uh, I don't really guess who I saw at Red Robin. I don't know if I want to know who it is. Oh, that's cool. Tim Council. Oh, sorry. I wish he would like put this on. He's not on Facebook. He kept himself from Facebook, so he didn't buy stuff he didn't need on Marketplace. Yeah, I asked him a question. That was a bad mistake. He's probably gonna answer that. I even told him the other day, like I do my live stream every night. It's between 7 and now 9, but I guess he didn't remember. Whatever. Uh, I was my brain just went completely in the wrong direction with that, and I got kind of stressed out for a second. So, demo, still Beatles stuff. All right. That was okay. That was not as interesting as I was hoping for. Oh, where are my peeps? Where are my people? Hmm. Oh well, I need to find more. I need to find newer friends. I guess I don't know. Like I discussed that before. Like how do you find new friends? How do you find like how do you make friends as an adult? Like I'm kind of introverted. So usually it's just like I'm around somebody and they're like, "You're my friend now." I'm like, "Okay, what are we doing?" But now it's like I don't I don't do anything that would cause me to get picked up by somebody to say, "You're my friend now." Oh, okay. It just doesn't happen. But yeah, yeah, it sucks to suck. Anyway, let's see. What do I want to talk about? Something. I could talk about bikes. I want to ride. I want to ride. I want to get on the bike and do stupid crap and make myself feel better, which isn't the right thing to do, but whatever. It clears my head. Um, I really need to get my head cleared some because it just everything's just it's a lot. It's a lot right now. And I'm working at it slowly. Um, steps back, steps forward, that kind of thing. Two steps forward, one step back. No, it's more like two steps forward, five steps back, and then like a hop, skip, and a jump. And then suddenly I fall on my ass and slide back 10 spaces. So I'm battling with this whole thing like a lot this time. Um, I don't, so I may have said it before, but I don't know if anybody, like maybe they didn't watch that one, but I'm going to say it again. Since I'm mechanic or automotive technician, I like that term better. I fix things for a living. Like I figure out what's wrong and I fix it. And when I get like a hard problem and it takes me a little bit, I feel so much better because I'm like, I figured that out. I mean, that karma bitch. But this situation, there's no fixing it. And my brain is going just completely insane of trying to figure out how to fix it and I can't. Um, it's like my worst nightmare. Again, in a different nightmare than last time. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, yeah, whatever. Yeah. So um, uh, it's just it's rough trying to figure out how to fix that, but because my brain just keeps no, we have to fix that. That's the main problem. We have to fix that problem. And I'm like, no, we have to fix this problem. The one here, fix this. And my brain's like, no, no, that one's no. Uh, that if we fix that problem, it'll fix that. No, we can't worry about that problem. We got to fix the one that's here. But it's just it's hard for me because well, um, I've never really been alone for a long time, and having to sit there and just try to figure myself out. And it's like I don't want to. Like I have the theory of when you're trying to heal from something, you know, you're never going to be completely healed because if you wait until you're completely healed to venture back out uh, into the world to risk it all again, it's going to take you forever, and then um, you're going to end up thinking, oh, well, this is nice. You know, I can see all the red flags. I can see all this. And then you realize, oh, wait, I didn't fix that part of me. Oh, crap. That one's a bad one. So my whole thing is I feel that, oh, somebody liked. I got a like. Hmm. I guess he just liked the video instead of watching it and liking it while he watched it. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know how that works. because it didn't say I have a viewer on Facebook, but someone just liked it. So, okay, weird. Anyway, so my theory is, be mostly healed. Be aware of your, I don't like this word, but triggers or your things that cause you to freak out in relationships, and then try to find somebody that'll help you heal. And she helped me heal a lot on a lot of stuff, and then all those wounds opened up again, and it sucks because it's like I thought you you were gonna not do that, and you did, and now my brain's like, how can I trust myself to be healed in that way, and then see it happen again, you know? And I'm not. I'm gonna stop that because my brain's gonna just circle the drain on that one, and I'm gonna become very incoherent. I'm already pretty bad already. So, but I have plans to uh, do stuff to kind of help myself through this. Trying to go out and do things. I keep trying to do that, and it's just I go out and do things, and it's fine, and then something will remind me of them, and I get quiet, and people I don't know, like, are you all right? Oh yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. No, it's fine. I'm good. Not really, but I have to put on the face. I have to, act like I'm a normal human being, and I am not. I am not normal at all. A lot of people like that about me. I'm funny. I've heard that a lot. People are like, "Oh, you're so damn funny," and I am also funny looking. But I'm just, it's like, how do I like convince people that my weirdness isn't a bad thing, or that my weirdness isn't that good of a thing? I don't. Yeah, that didn't make sense. That didn't make sense to me either. Maybe I'm just that weird. I laugh at my own jokes. So, let's see if I can change the subject. Let me see if I can get my brain to shift into a different topic. Hmm. So yeah, I got all my lights up now, so you can actually see my face, and the camera's not sitting there auto focusing randomly. And then I got a little bit better view of my room now, which is nice. I don't feel like I'm like right on the camera, and I can pull the mic and sit back and actually relax. And you can still hear me because I got the mic turned up. I was afraid that I was talking too loud, and it was because I had my headphones too high. So I'm starting to get used to hearing myself that way. Um, it's a weird thing because if I turn it all the way up, uh, it almost causes you to slur your speech. Like, so I turn it up like this, and it's like, whoa, why am I so loud? But yeah, and then you can add a delay to it, so it kind of matches up with the camera because I'm moving before the camera does, just like a split second. So if I delay it, and that'll make me slur my speech because it'll be like almost a little echo because I'll hear myself in my head, like through my, like, like you do, and then I'll hear myself again and be like, wait, I what? Oh, I'm not gonna do it because it's no. I did find some cool stuff on Twitch. You can add like little uh, widgets or apps or something. Sorry. And you can add a voice changer so people can change, like your audience can change your voice on a whim. I'm like, do I get to hear it, or is it just for them? Because I don't know if I want to hear somebody changing my voice to like Kermit the Frog or something like that. That'd be kind of weird. Yeah, I'm trying to like still feeling this out, still trying to figure out like how I want to do all this, like how I want the stuff set up, you know. Um, and that soundboard's good. I got a little table, a little uh, laptop holder for it, so it brings it up, so I can actually reach the buttons better. The light's a little bit better. I move the camera to the wall instead of on top of the monitor, so it's actually a little bit farther back, so it gets a little bit better view, and also so I can do. Wait, no, it's this way. See, I'm still. Oh, there he is. There's the buddy. He's like, wait, what's going on? Hi, buddy. Yeah, he was sleeping. He's confused. Like, what's going on? What that? Okay. And you can probably hear my chair creaking because it is a cheap gaming chair. I mean, it looks cool, but it's kind of noisy. Yeah, still nobody watching. Yeah. I know people like watch it afterwards. So I'm trying to imagine, people actually watching. Like maybe I should just turn that hide that from myself so I don't see how many people. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Like I need to have that little tile up, but I can. Oops, oops. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a little bit hard to do. My little holder for my iPad because I got the chat little tile or dock on screen, but for some reason I don't trust it. So I got my iPad mounted over here with split screen on the iPad or shared screen. It's got Twitch on one side and Facebook on the other on the comment thing, so I can see it pop up on there. I've yet to see anything on uh, this setup, so I keep thinking, well, maybe it's not doing it, but I can see it, so I'm like, all right, it's doing it, and people are gonna be watching after, like, dude, just talk. I will, but it helps when I have somebody uh reacting or something, you know. I don't know. I didn't expect anybody to watch anyway, so anyway, let's see. What do I want to talk about? Hmm. Oh, I wrote stuff down. That's right. I have to do that because if I don't, I won't freaking remember. Yeah. Topics. Oh yeah. That's right. Oh, I did that. I already did a full thought in Russian. I did that at the beginning. Yeah. Yeah. I said, hello, good evening. How are you, bitches? Um, do you understand? No? Okay. Yeah. So, but all right. So video games. So, I was streaming on Twitch earlier, and somebody actually like asked me, like it was a bot. They asked me like, do you stream any games? I'm like, oh yeah, I don't play video games anymore because uh I have an issue with that. Like I have an addiction. Like I have an addictive personality, ADHD, dopamine hits, and all that. See. Anyway, so I was when I was married, I would instead of us doing stuff on the weekends, like when I was off or she was off, I would just play Call of Duty. Um, and come to find out, she hated that, even though I asked every time, "Do you mind if I play?" "Oh no, go ahead. I'll just cross stitch." "If you mind, tell me. Like, I'd rather go do something." Like, all right. Well, what do you want to do? Like, I would have rather gone and done something than sit there glued to the TV for 10 to 12 hours a day on the weekends, uh, getting frustrated, and playing Call of Duty. So when I uh, when we split, when I moved back here, I just boxed it up, like kept it in a case because I got a travel case because we moved a lot. Anyway, and canceled my Xbox Live subscription to save money, and then I haven't touched it since, and that's been almost 2 years now. I just no, I can't like, and I tried a little bit before I turned it off. I tried to play, but my anxiety just shot up because I was stressed out, had panic attacks at that time and all that. So whenever I would play, like my heart rate would go up, and I was like, I can't do this. Like I would only be able to play for like 5-10 minutes. I'm like, I have to stop because I was getting so like worked up, and I was like, I can't do this anymore, and so I just stopped. I was like, nope, not gonna do it anymore. And I don't have a problem with people playing video games. No, it's just that me, I can't. Like I know I can't. I know that if I do, uh, I will never leave the house. I don't leave the house anyway, but I won't do anything productive. And I don't know if this is productive or not. I mean, this is kind of the same thing. Not really, because I didn't talk that much on the video game. I just uh, went around solo, and people would talk to me, and sometimes I would talk back to them, but it just I couldn't get into the groove of that. But anyway, I can't do it anymore. Like some of the guys at work will talk about the new one. I'm like, I want to see what it's like. But at the same time, I'm like, I know I can't because like $70 for the game, and then I have to do like 10 to 20 some. I think it's like $25 a month for Xbox Live to actually play it, and I'm like, no, I can't. I can't. I was hoping somebody buy it. I haven't even really listed it. I should, I guess. But like I don't even know what to put for it, because when I got it, it was hard to find. Now it's not as hard to find, I don't think. Or everybody's already got one that wants one, so the price has gone down. Maybe I need to like do some research on that. I don't know. Anyway, um, yeah, I thought about getting into like computer games, but it's ends up being the same thing. Spend money and then downloads, and then I have to get like a setup, and I have to computer and blah blah blah, this and this and this. And it's snowball. Anything like that just snowballs into like a big just uh money I don't have. My ears itching. They kind of sweat a little bit in the headset. I mean, I guess I tried that and got really bad feedback. I got a speaker, put it there, but yeah, it did not like it. It fed back real bad there, and I couldn't figure. There's a way I could probably do it, but I kind of like this. It feels like I'm a radio DJ or something. Up next, we got Fred with the weather. How's it out there, Fred? We got Dave in the chopper. Uh, hey Dave, how's the traffic this morning? It sucks, man. Oh yeah, that's bad. If I start doing voices and stuff, yeah, that would be bad. Unless that's what you guys want, me to be just completely just insane and just let loose. I mean, I can. I'm still kind of holding it back a little bit because mm, I have to watch what I say to a point. I have to watch topics. Uh, like who last year, like um, they got mad at me because I posted something on Facebook after she called it off, and she was like, "Yeah, I told you you can't do that. You can't post stuff like that." And I'm like, "Well, I'm sorry. Like, uh, I had forgotten." So she unfriended me on Facebook and was like, and I, okay, I understand. And I know, like, part of me hopes that she sees this. I know she won't understand any of the stuff I say, but I hope, you know, they watch it. But I know they're not it's one of those things that it's hard for me to really come to terms with, of knowing that someone that I yeah, that's enough of that. Anyway, the point is that I hope they watch it. I know they won't. Um, and it sucks. Like I try to be as respectful as I can. I have no hatred. I have no hatred towards her. She had to do what she had to do to for herself and her daughter. So I understand. Um, it's just it still sucks, and I'm battling it so bad. Like most other people, I think would have already moved on, found somebody else. But I'm not that kind of person. I'm not the kind of person that like can go from one person to another like that. Like I don't have the options for that. You know, um, I don't. Some people say, "Oh, I have pussy falling in my pockets." I'm very picky about people I date and people I talk like want to date. Like, uh, and I think that's why it's so hard for me on the dating apps, because I'm I'm not like other guys that just swipe right, or like all that, and then I'm the opposite. Left. No, no, no. Oh, and then like examine every word they say and be like, oh, let's see, and swipe right, and then nothing. So maybe if I just swiped right all the time, run out of likes, and then just keep going over and over again, maybe I get more hits and more like get work the algorithm. But then I have to like, I'm not the kind of person that just be like, oh, they match with me and then look like I don't want to talk to them and just say nothing. I'm not that kind of person to just leave people hanging like that. I have to say something. I have to communicate. You know, I mean, I've matched with people and like, and been like, no, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna. I don't want to ghost you. I don't want to give an explanation because I've been ghosted so many times. So, I wish you the best of luck. Blah blah blah. And it's like still in the talking stage. So it's like, um, and a lot of it is like I'm still stuck on this person. I can't get them out of my head, and it's not fair to you. And I mean, that's truth. I mean, like I don't even know when I can feel that I can try to date. Even like I don't even think I want to do the apps again, because it just sucks for me at least. Um, and like I'm gonna keep using this term because it works. Trying to meet people out in the wild. I'm oblivious to people flirting with me. Always have been and probably always will. Um, and I am not the kind of person, or kind of man that would go up to a random woman at that I think is attractive in a Home Depot or Lowe's or Caribou, like just a completely random stranger, and be like, hey, um, question, do you want to go get coffee sometime? I don't know what else to say. And if they're at Caribou, like, I'm already getting coffee. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go hide in the bathroom until you leave. Because that's what would happen. And then like if I approach somebody at like a store or something, they're there to shop. Like, why would I go up and like do that at a store? It just doesn't seem right. I don't know. I don't know what the etiquette would be on that. Especially considering I don't like people saying, "Oh, you're like a 7 or 8." Okay, I'll take your word for that. I don't feel it. I don't think so, because I don't see a whole bunch of women like, "Oh, look at this guy. Look at that dad bod. Look at, ooh, yeah." I don't see that. So, um, I don't know how to do to cold. They call it a cold approach. I mean, I'm more the kind of person to be like, oh, you dropped something. What? My jaw. I'll see myself out. I mean, granted, I am uh, best at dates because I don't get them that often. So I make sure they are just perfect. Not perfect, but like uh, rem- uh, rememberable. Is that a word? Is that the right word? I don't know. Anyway, they're something that you can't forget. You know, I know I can't forget the ones that I've had in the past couple years. They're pretty they were pretty cool. But I don't getting to that point. Getting to uh, that that first date, that first meeting is the real hard part. Like one woman, it took me, let's see, 2 months. Yeah, it was like 2 months. Oh no, it was almost three. That's right. It's almost 3 months before we actually met. She said she wanted to, but she just didn't have time. Then finally she did, and I got to spend 30 minutes with her. I mean, it was good. I had her laughing. I mean, we had some common interests and stuff like that. But like after that, like I don't want to do that. I don't want to like sit there and text back and forth for 3 months. I was an idiot. I should have been like, you know what? You don't seem interested. Deuces. But God, she was hot. I had to. I had to try. I had to keep trying. It's something completely different. Got an alert, and I'm like, oh, I didn't expect that. Not gonna go into that anyway. So, but trying to get to that point where actually meet with somebody is the hard part. Because I'm don't have the game for it. I'm better in person. You know, um, unless I already know you, then I'm pretty good at texting back and forth. But you know, uh, trying to get to that point where I actually meet with somebody and sit down and they hear my stories and they hear my reactions to theirs and you know the give and take type stuff. It works out pretty good for the most part. Even though this one woman I dated or didn't date, I went on a date with. I was catfished bad, oh so bad. Um, I won't go into details, but she looked like a pinup model on her photos. Yeah, so the camera guy did like right the correct angles to make her look like she was not like proportioned correctly, and she was not. I mean, she was a nice girl. She would, I, you know, but um, her lifestyle was way different than mine. She liked staying up late till like 3 or 4 in the morning. It wasn't like she was young or anything. She was close to my age. She was like mid 40s. So I mean, still, I was like, yeah, no, I can't. No, I'm too old for that. Considering the fact I get up at 5, and you're going to bed at that time. No, I can't keep up with that. Nope, nope. But I gave her the benefit of the doubt. You know, like she walked up, and I'm like, holy crap! Like, did I? This can't be possible. It was that bad. I wouldn't say she was ugly, but it just was off, and people stared. That it was that kind of off. But I said I'd meet her. I you know bought her a drink. We had a drink. We talked. Had fun talking. I mean, it was good. It was a good experience. But again, it was you know I had a good time. Getting to that point is the hard part. I still have not had a bad date, where it's like, oh my God, oh, whoa, I have to leave now. I guess because I'm the kind of person that just kind of rolls with it in a stressful situation. If any other situation, I'm a normal mundane situation. I'm freaking out about other stuff that I don't need to worry about as such. So sorry, I have something on my mind and I don't want to talk about it. Just I got an alert and I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe later. Maybe tomorrow, depending on the outcome. Anyway, so oh, I got somebody watching me on Facebook. That's how you say it in Russian. Facebook. Kind of emphasize Facebook. Site. Facebook site. It's weird. Russians. There's so many words that are actually just English or French words that are just said in a Russian accent and spelled phonetically in Cyrillic in Ruski alphabet. As such, alphabet, uh, computer. You have to roll the R a little bit, computer. So, yeah. So, most people that speak English already speak a good bit of Russian. They just don't say it the correct way. Da. Ti para mal. I think I said that right. Do you understand? Anyway, let's see. I got almost an hour down. Trying to do two. Let's see if I can just keep going. I don't have to work tomorrow, so I can, stay up a little bit later. Maybe that way I actually sleep in because I get up at 3 a.m. I don't have to get up until 5. But lately I've been getting up at 3 just because I get tired of waking up, falling asleep, waking up, falling asleep, and then at 3 I'm just like, I'm done. No, just I give up, and then proceed to just scroll, doom scroll on all the social media platforms I have, and make myself even more depressed because the way the algorithm works, if you watch something for a little bit too long, it just, oh, he likes that. We're going to show a whole bunch of that, uh, no matter how detrimental to his mental health it is. And I try to just, you know, keep scrolling past it, but, it's there and I read it and I'm like, that I don't want to hear that. So I'll talk about that. With my situation, it's like, yeah, it's been 5 months and I know I should not just forget her, but just put that out of my possibilities. But, I see conflicting things on the interwebs. Like I see ones that are like, if it's meant to be, it'll come back around. Like, all right, well, I'll wait then, because that's what I feel that I should do is just wait. And then I see other stuff like, well, they know what they had and they left you, so that means, that they don't want they're not interested at all anymore. So I'm like, oh, well, that's depressing. I guess I'll try to move on then. And then it goes back and forth, and my brain just goes, I don't know what to do. So that's where I'm at on that. Um, and I don't want people to say, oh, well, this is what you need to do or blah, blah, blah. Cause it's like, I have enough, I see enough advice and things like, oh, well, women are like this, women are like that. I'm like, but the same things say men are like this, men are like that. And I'm like, no, no, I'm not. I'm not like that. I don't like beer. I don't like sports. I don't do that kind of stuff. I'm not the kind of person that's going to go out, well, you're not going to give it to me. I'm going to find it somewhere else. I'm not that. I'm loyal. I'm so damn loyal that it's bad, you know, because I get obsessed, and I mean, I thought that's what you're supposed to do when you're in like a long-term relationship is just be, there, you know, that you're not supposed to, it's not supposed to be like, um, not have to worry, but yeah. So, and then when I see something slipping away, I freak out. My brain's like, nope, we got to fix, how do we fix this? Let's do what we used to do. Let's court them again. And it doesn't work because they've already checked out. And it hurts. It sucks. But such is life. Or like one of the tags that's on my Twitter is, uh, crap, what was it? Life is strange. That's it. Life is strange. It sure as hell is. Because we get bombarded by social media and Hollywood movies about how relationships are supposed to be. We even get it on like TV and stuff. Like we see all the uh, sitcom relationships, marriages, and stuff like that. And then we also see the drama ones and all this, and the rom coms and the romantic movies where it's like, this dude waited, and waited and waited, and they got together, but life isn't like that. That's fairy tales. Fairy tales, yeah. We would like to think that we meet that one person and fall in love, and that person is ours. That's it. And it just doesn't happen like that anymore. Uh, People are hurt, and they don't know how to heal themselves. And then they get freaked out and like, I don't want that pattern to go again. So I'm just going to deuce out. I'm just going to not let that happen. And how do you reassure somebody? Because I know they've heard it before. Oh, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Blah, 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 blah. But, they've heard that and it happens. like me, like, oh no, I'm not gonna leave you. I'm here to support you. I'll be by your side. And then they're not. And you start not believing what people say to you about stuff that means something to you. I think my volume's getting down because I'm a little bit far away from the mic because I'm kind of relaxing. Anyway, but trying to get to the point of where you believe what somebody says to you until they give you a reason not to believe them is hard, um, because you've been lied to for like so many times and for so long that you're like, you want to believe them, like you really want to, but something in you is like, that's not true. It's not going to be true. Something's gonna change. So go ahead and get prepared. And then you end up doing stuff, not intentionally, but you do things that you probably shouldn't. Like you say things that you probably shouldn't, and you almost manifest it to happen. And you're like, wait, that's not what I wanted. I didn't want that. Why did that happen? And then you get stuck in a situation where like it happened again, and I don't know how to get myself out of it this time. Because last time I had like a big friend group that helped me out and was there for me and things like that. And now it seems like uh, they're saying the same things they did last time, and I'm like, well, yeah, I know that, I do, but I can't get myself to believe it. And then uh, you start seeing them not worry about you. You know, I'm not saying that they don't worry about you. I'm saying that you don't see that, you don't feel that, they're worried about you, and you start feeling very alone. And you kind of not reach out, but you just kind of give that, and they're like, "Oh, well, you have friends." And I'm like, "Do I? Do I have friends?" Um, I have not texted people in my friend group, uh, for a while now, and I don't get they don't reach out to me. So, and I'm not saying that you all should need to start. Oh, text me right now. No, I'm just saying that I'm not gonna I'm not reaching out to people anymore because it's just it ends up being, oh, sub goal met. Who, what the hell? Did somebody subscribe to me on uh, Twitch? Probably a bot. Probably a scam. We'll see. We'll see. So they subscribe, so that means they have 10 minutes till they can say something, chat. So I will keep you all updated on what they say if they ever say anything. Anyway, uh, nice little break from the seriousness and depressiveness. But yeah, I I mean, I'll text a couple people like that I had plans with, so that way, but otherwise, I'm not gonna, I don't reach out because I'm like, I don't, because some of the people that I've reached out that I really need their help, that I really wanted to get a reassurance from, they just never reply. So, I'm just, I only use my texting capabilities for work now, and the couple people that actually check up on me without provocation. Uh, and I understand. I do understand. Like some people don't want to reach out to me because they don't know how to help me. I don't know either. I really don't. I mean, all I want is somebody to say, hey, what are you doing this weekend? You want to come hang out? You know, that's it. You know, I just I'm lonely. I want people to hang out with it, and I don't want to feel like I'm a bother and forcing myself on somebody. And that's how I feel a lot of times when I reach out. Hey, what are you doing this weekend? You want to hang out? Because that just seems like I'm being needy. And yeah, another thing that I'm trying to work. I really am. I really am. But it's hard. It's difficult trying to work on all this stuff by yourself. And no, I'm not. No, don't start saying stuff like, "Oh well, you need a therapist." That's a whole nother uh, uh, stress in my life because my insurance sucks. So yeah, it says in the that, oh, they cover the Zoom online therapy sessions and stuff like that through whatever company it is. But I'm waiting. I want to do it, but I'm waiting for the catch. Like, oh well, that specific therapist isn't in our network, so you're gonna have to pay us $150. They just That's just the way I feel it happening. So I'm just no. And yeah, like, what is the therapist gonna tell me? Yeah, yeah, the cliche. What is the therapist gonna tell me that I don't already know? I've done a lot of work on myself, the past couple of years, and dove deep into my psyche and tried to figure stuff out, trying to figure out like just different things and all that. And I know what they are. I do. It's just trying to get myself back into the work that I was doing. It's hard because it's like, well, why? Why do I need to do this? I don't. I don't see a point in uh, making myself happy like I was and all that when I know I'm not gonna have what I had last year again. I mean, granted, I know you never know what's gonna happen. Life is strange. Just you never. Rocket being weird. You never know what's going to happen. Could be she comes back. Or I might meet somebody completely different that's even better. You don't know. Um, I try to be optimistic, and try to be go with the flow and realize that anything could happen, you know, but not knowing is what kills me because I don't know if when it's going to happen, if when something's good's going to happen. I kind of want to schedule so I have a countdown. Like, oh, there, I know it's going to happen this day. That's not the way life is. But all I can do is control the things that I actually can control, which isn't much. I mean, uh, yeah, it just seems like I'm at this spot in my life where, again, where I don't feel like I have control on certain things. Like I do, but I don't. Like I have these big decisions I can make to change things in my life, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to do that. I don't want to change. I don't want to, m- uh, make those big changes because I've made those big changes with not my decision. I had to, like moving, uh, changing jobs and stuff like that. And now I have a choice, and I want to choose not to. Uh, but at the same time, it's like I almost have to continue my journey. Um, but I don't. It's not something I want to do. You know, it's not. I don't want to do that again. I don't want to have to move. I don't want to have to like pack up all my stuff and move states. And that's something that I did not like. I liked going to new places, but at the same time, I didn't like uprooting my life. And I didn't make that many friends when we were moving. You know, I was with my best friend. That's all that mattered. I won't get into that again. But now I like my coworkers. I'm back in my town. Uh, I know a lot of people around here, so it's like I feel at home here. You know, I haven't felt at home in a long time. Uh, I do feel uh, a part is missing for me, and I know what it is, and it's nothing I can do about that. I can't make that spot full by myself, and there's nothing I can do to change that right now. All right, so let's get out of the pity party and try to talk about some fun stuff. Yeah, because I've been a little bit over an hour of going. Meh. I know you all hate that crap. So, if you're not watching this live, just keep fast forward to about, well, I would have to say at the beginning, but yeah, minute 8 second, an hour 8 minutes. So let's talk about something fun. I did have one other thing on my list, but that's kind of another not dark path, but another serious. I want to talk about something fun. I want to let's see. Let's teach you people something. Let's be instructive. Let's see what can I do? I could try to teach you Russian. No, I screw up the words a little bit. Say the wrong words and because they sound like other words, and my I'm used to saying the other words. I make an ass of myself. And uh, and there's one word I don't even remember what the correct word is, but it sounds exactly like yeah, it sounds exactly like that. That. But it's spelled different and it's pronounced just slightly different. And I can't remember what it was. And then when she showed it to me, I'm like, and she's like, I know. And I'm like, I can't say it because I'll say it the wrong way. And yeah, she's like, Pat, the curse words in Russian. I'm like, yes, I know a good bit of them. So, and she's like, how'd you learn those? I'm like, yeah, yeah. A lot of Russian speakers that aren't always like very clean mouthed. Um, Blat is a adjective or a very common word. I've actually heard it on like news stations in Russian. Like they let. So like, wait, did they just say that? I guess so. Or they were saying the other word. I don't know. Um, I couldn't tell from the context of what it was. So maybe I misheard. I don't know. Pistets. So let's see something fun. Something fun I can teach you guys. If I can think of something. Hmm. Can't teach it. Can't teach you Russian because I would be a lot longer than another hour to get you to say something. And I mean I could. It wouldn't take me long to like put stuff up on the screen, or I could just hold my phone up. Yeah, old. Just do it this way. Here, can you see it? Can you see my phone? Let's see. Fun. So yeah, it's the end of May. That's just it's scary. 2025. It's my 30-year reunion this year too. It's, I think I mentioned it before. I've been out of high school longer than a lot of the people I work with have been alive. So yeah, that's a weird sensation. Being the oldest one in the shop. Yeah. So, and they don't listen to me. They don't heed my advice. No. I don't heed my own advice. So, there you go. So I have a sub. I have someone subscribe to me on Twitch, or I did. I don't know if I still do. Let's see if I can do this without messing stuff up. Oh, there we go. Oh, they followed me 10 minutes ago. Past Meek. I don't know. Probably another 12 minutes. And I think they can message now, but they haven't. Maybe they just followed me, but they're not watching. Who knows? We'll see. We will see. Maybe I'll look at their profile later if they have one, and then be like, oh no, it's a bot. So anyway, something fun. I got nothing really. I mean, I can give you all a tour of my room. Just kind of point stuff out from here. Uh, I do have a second camera somewhere. Eventually, I'm gonna plug it up and have like a remote camera in the room. Be like, oh, look over here and look over here. Rocket's right here. Goofy dog. He was sitting on the bed earlier. I thought he was gonna do his bloop. So he does his bloop. We call it bloop. He like sits on his tailbone and puts his ears back. And like the first few times, I'm like, what is he doing? And then he just kind of falls back. It's like a trust fall and just falls and lays up on his back, like next to you. Call it bloop. And then you scratch his chest and you just like, oh, yeah, that's what I wanted. I thought that's what he was going to do because the way he was sitting. And then he's just like, it was more of like, no, I don't want to be on the bed anymore. And then came and aggressively plopped down on the floor next to me. Oh, camera just autofocused for a second. Yeah, it's trying to. Okay. All right. Maybe I'm seeing things. Damn. It's quiet in here. Like, I have someone watching me on Facebook. That's probably my dad. Yeah. Hey, Dad. And then I don't know about on Twitch. Like, I thought it did say 2 for a little bit, and then it's back down to 1. So I think that's just the normal standard thing. So, I think it defaults to 1. I think, what else? Let's see, something fun. let's see. Oh, so yeah, May yeah, this coming, not this weekend, but the next week, my 5 day. I've been watching the flights for my European trip. And I'm still gonna try to do it. Uh, I gotta make sure I can the tickets I get. I can either change the date or cancel. So I might have to pay a little bit extra, but the prices are going down. And I changed the itinerary a little bit in my head because originally I was gonna fly into Berlin and it was gonna be like 900 for a round trip, which honestly I don't think is that bad because it's like 1,500 to go to Hawaii, which is in the same country. But anyway, and it's multiple flights. This was two flights direct from RDU to Frankfurt, and then another flight down to Berlin. And I was sitting there and I looked. So I checked out the prices for just to go to Frankfurt. Down to $730. I was like, oh, that's a lot better. So I looked up, well, how much is a train? Because they have it's actually public transportation. It's $40 for a train ticket. It takes like 4 hours. I'm like, well, so I'm going to be in the airport for an hour and a half. I think it's an hour and a half layover. And then it's an hour flight or something. So I just have to spend like another hour and a half in a train. And I never like I've ridden the Amtrak from here to Charlotte and then Charlotte back, and that's all I've really done. Then I did Tweetsy Railroad up in the mountains, old west thing. So I just figured it'd be a cool experience, hop on a public train and ride down to Berlin, check out the wall, and then hop on another train, and just tour that little area right there by train or something. It doesn't look like uh, it's too expensive to get to one place to another. So uh, the as far as rooms and stuff, I haven't really looked into that yet. I know I'm not gonna book things for that. I'm just gonna check locations and prices of different areas and see where it's cool. A good place to stay. That I'm not gonna wake up without a kidney or something. You know, as long as they take the right one, because that's the one I've had kidney stones in. So, jokes on them. They'd be like, "Oh, we got a defective one from that American." Gotcha, bitch. And be like, "Oh, well, that's what." Yeah, yeah. But yeah, Frankfurt, and then take I looked up the like what when to book, for the best price, and it's like 60 days out or something like that. So that comes out to be like the 7th or 3rd or something like that. So I'm gonna check it again not this weekend, but the following weekend and see what it does. It's starting to kind of do like this whole weird doing like this down and then goes up and down. So I think I'll end up getting it. I'm hoping I can get it down to like mid 600s, maybe 700. So it just depends. But I think it'll be a cool experience. I'm excited about it. I've kind of got some stuff picked out to for traveling there because I'm not going to try my best not to have a check bag. Yeah, just have a backpack with my stuff. And then like use laundromats or wash stuff in a sink in a hotel room or whatever I need to do. Uh, try to go as minimalistic as possible. Now I can't take any of my knives or anything like that. Um, so that way it's, I don't get stopped by security everywhere and get arrested for you have a knife on you. It's a pocket knife, but okay, whatever. But I need to do this. I think it'd be good for me to, experience something like that where it's like I don't have somebody like holding my hand kind of, of like, all right, we need to do this. And then we go here and then we go here and be like, all right, let's see what happens. Kind of stress my system to put it into like a survival mode. So I don't I be like, all right, see some cool stuff. Be like, all right, let's see what we can find to eat. Oh, that place looks good. and look for the place that has like more locals, than anything. Um, I brush up on my German a little bit. Uh, at least say sprechen Sie English. Sprechen Sie Ruski. I'm actually a little bit better in Russian now than I was in German. Even though I took 2 years of German in high school, I still remember a good bit of it. Like I can still figure it out because I mean it's a Latin-based language, so it's not far. It's not really that far off from English. It's just spelling and pronunciation's a little bit different. So, but you can figure it out. And then if they're speaking like their speak like what an English person would be, like same cadence pace. It's like, oh, bitte, please, slow down. I can't catch it that fast. But yeah, I think I can, learn just enough to, at least act like I tried, so that way it's not like, oh, like an American, thinking he owns the place. No, no, seriously. I'm not, that kind of American. I want to be, well, well traveled instead of just like a few states in the country, you know, even though Hawaii is a completely different, it feels like a different country. Like, just, yeah, if you ever get a chance, go, just do it. That's another experience that I think everybody needs to do that plane ride for one, because that will test you. Because from California to Hawaii is like 8 hours or something like that, or 9. It's long, and you realize that you're flying over an ocean, and yeah, the plane ride from here to Frankfurt's 8 hours 15 minutes. From here to Hawaii is like 13 for all the planes, because sometimes it's like 2 or 3, um, and then you got an hour each layover, so it adds up. And that's the thing. I don't want to layover. I don't want to, stress my system that much. So I'm just going to fly into Frankfurt, and then, I think the train station's not too far away. And I get there. I leave. I think the plane leaves RDU at 3:40 p.m. and then I get to Frankfurt at 5:55 a.m. the next day. So it's a overnight flight. So that way I can just sleep on the plane and try to reset myself. So that way I get there and be like, oh, yep, okay, good. I can sleep on a plane pretty good. It's weird, but I can do it. Be weird going to bed at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but we'll see. Yeah. Let's see what else. So yeah, I got stuff picked out. I got a backpack because yeah, I need another backpack. I can need another hole in my head. But the ones I have are not carry-on compliant. So I also need to research to make sure the one I got picked out is carry-on compliant. And I've seen stuff on the news that there's some of them that like there's no free check bags anywhere. And some places, some airlines, I looked when I was checking flights, they don't even allow check bags on certain certain flights, and I'm like why? How is this getting to this point? And so I gotta make sure of that. I got a EU charger, like outlet adapter, so I can charge my phone. I mean, even I'm looking into like getting a not a burner phone, but like a phone that I can take with me, so I can leave my nice phone here, and then just get a phone that I can use an eSIM for EU, so I actually have like access to internet and stuff like that. Because I plan on I don't know if I'm going to do this stuff on the trip. I'll still take videos and pictures and stuff like that and post them. I want to be able to have internet access to do that and not have to wait up to 2 weeks till I get back here to do all that. Because then I'll be like, no, I don't feel like doing it now. I want to like share my experience. Because yeah, it's going to be an experience. It's going to be just an amazing experience.
I've never left the country before, so that's one thing. I want to do it because I've had a passport for over a year and haven't left the country yet. The only time I really left the country is when I went to Hawaii, and that was it. That was just I left the continental United States. So uh, I remember past the couple people I've met that I had good conversations with, and they were amazed. You don't have a passport? Like I don't understand. Like don't you have to have a passport to go to other states? I'm like, no, you don't. There's no like checkpoint or anything like that. You just go over a state line because it's a state. It's not a country. So, and a lot of people are like, I don't understand. Like, no, don't. It's complicated. It's not complicated, but it's different. Like Europe, we have a state that takes like 16 hours to get across Texas. Yeah, you can get through most of all of Europe in 16 hours driving. So, uh, it's a I want to experience like being able to go to a different country within a couple hours. Like it just blows my mind, especially living in North Carolina. Like to get to another country, it's either well you fly or you drive to Texas to get to like uh, Mexico. That's at least 20 some hours, and then you go north to uh, good old Canada, America's hat, America's toque. There we go. Uh, it's like probably 20, close to 20 hours as well. So, that's the only way you can drive. But there, you get on a train, like, I think I looked from Dresden to like Czech Republic is another one. I want to go to Prague and hear it all the time. I've seen it in movies and stuff. Like, I want to, you know, that's something that's just different. Um, Yeah, it'd take like 4 or 5 hours or something on a train. I don't even think it's that much. I have to look again. I kind of glanced through it, just kind of making little notes in my head of like, oh, that. Uh, but yeah, like, uh, and then some countries, like, you can drive through it in like an hour or two. And they're the same ones, like, they move here and like, oh, well, my kids like live like half an hour away. So I only see them like once or twice a month. What do you mean? Like, it takes drive 30 minutes. Like, no, that's just too far. What? I drive I drive a couple of hours to see somebody. You know, uh, I've driven 45 minutes just to see somebody for 10. That's the kind of person I am. But anyway, uh, so yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. It's coming up. Um, End of what was it? End of September into October. Yeah, like uh, September 19th through the October 3rd, I think it was. I have to look at my calendar again, but yeah, I'm excited about it. I think that would be just kind of a cool thing to say I did. There was a dating app I looked at. I was on here like a couple years ago, and they actually had like a little article that came with the app. They send out little articles like email stuff. And I found there's this one thing, a question uh, that you ask to see if you're a match with somebody. It's like one of the ones it's a match. Have you ever been to another country by yourself? And I was like, no. And then, but some people like answered yes, and I'm like, holy crap! I guess I need to do that. Like I'm almost 50. I've never been out of the country, and I know there's Americans that have never, never even thought about going to another country. There's probably been people that have lived their whole lives and never left the country or never even left their state. I can't. I don't understand that. You know, I always try to think of myself as more have more of a European attitude about stuff instead of the American uh, attitude about things. I've heard a few people say that to me. that are from Europe. You don't seem American. Yeah, I don't do the same stuff. I'm not into that kind of the normal American male thing. So um, I don't know. It's hard to describe uh, without pissing people off, I guess. But I wanna go and see how it is in other countries, and I want to try to, and that's why I'm going on that side because it's just it different. It's not the usual where a lot of people go. A lot of people would go to France or England or Spain, Portugal, um, that area, or even like Belgium or Italy. I want to go to Italy one day, but that would be a separate trip because there's a bunch of places I want to go to Italy. Ferrari, Lamborghini, Ducati, and yeah, so that would be a trip on its own. But yeah, definitely Germany first, just because I feel a little bit of connection to Germany, just because I learned German. I have a little bit of German ancestry, so I just gotta not do my normal jokes that I do, because yeah, it's they won't find them funny. Uh, so yeah, this is a really bad joke, really bad, but it is hilarious if you like the kind of dark humor. So when I was married, we lived in Texas, and we had a roommate, and he was Jewish. You can see where this is going. Well, the first joke is we let him move in because he lived in a sad, lonely apartment by himself, and we let him live in our garage. It's Texas, and it was during the summer, so we were cooking a Jew in our garage. I mean, it was an oven of sorts. But the better joke came from him. We were out on the porch. We moved to another apartment that actually was 2 bedroom, and it was 2 stories, and it had the garage underneath. So we were out on the porch over the garage, and we are just sitting there, drinking our coffee in the morning, just talking about stuff. And then I suddenly see him grab the ashtray. He's like doing like this. He's like digging in the ashtray. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm trying to find another girlfriend. Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't be able to say that kind of thing. In some of the countries I plan on going to, like Germany or Poland, that would be frowned upon. Um, and I would probably be shot or hung or something along those lines. So, yeah. Anyway, see, I can, be funny and be a little bit more upbeat. So, yeah. Only took me about an hour and a half to get there. Do need some water though. I don't drink enough water. But on that note, I have cut out my energy drinks I used to drink. They were affecting my medication apparently. So and since I switched to generic, it's helped out a lot. I'm a little bit more level uh, without all that extra caffeine and all those chemicals and stuff like that. I still have my 1 cup of coffee in the morning. I don't even drink the whole thing half the time. It's like half. It's like a big cup and drink like half of it. So it's actually like an actual measured cup of coffee. And then I have like a little Starbucks Frappuccino, the little glass bottle. I have one of those at work. And then the rest of the day is water. So I'm trying to get back into like eating clean. Probably should stop drinking the Starbucks Frappuccino. And then, yeah, but that's going to take time. Baby steps. Um, I don't drink soda. I haven't drank like Ashley. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't sleep good, and then I start getting tired. Like, oh, I should go to bed, and then get ready for bed, lay down, and then be wide awake. So, yeah. Anyway, I haven't actually regularly drank any kind of soda or anything like that in a long time. Like I remember when I did, it would be like 3 or 4 Cokes or Dr. Peppers a day. Like, and when I stopped that, I dropped weight when I did that. And uh, now I have no other excuse than I just eat too much and don't exercise enough. But trying to get motivated to do that, that's another thing I'm working on. Uh, my work is pretty physical, so I get some exercise at work. It's just the days I'm not at work, I don't do enough to keep moving. So I need to work on that at some point. Baby steps. I need to. I can't. I tried one time to do everything at once, and yeah, that did not work. It failed horribly. I tried to quit smoking. I tried to work out more. Tried to lose weight at the same time. Everything all at once, and I ended up smoking more, gaining weight, and having panic attacks all the time. So yeah, not gonna do that. Um, but I'm coming up on another few months, another 3 months, 2 years without smoking cigarettes. I still vape, but yeah, that's probably going to end pretty soon too. Apparently, I did not know this, but North Carolina is banning the sale, pretty much indirectly banning the sale of flavored uh, uh, vapes. So you're only allowed menthol, tasteless, like the no flavor, or tobacco. And I'm like, well, then I would just, if I wanted that flavor, I would just smoke. I don't want to smoke. I I find it disgusting now. This, I mean, this is less bad. That's how I say it. Less bad. It's not good. It's not better. That means it's better for you, but it's not. It's just less bad for you. It's still bad. But yeah, so I gotta work on that. Don't know how. Like, I guess same thing. Well, I quit smoking because I started my meds, and it just everything they tasted bad. And I kept doing this. I was like, oh, I need something. So I need to find some way to make this taste bad. I don't know how. I mean, granted, I won't have a choice if that actually does happen, and all I can get is tobacco and mint. So, we'll see. One I do want to quit by the time I go to my trip because I'm like, I don't want to have to figure out how to get these over there or try to buy them there because they might not have these there. They might have other brands and other flavors, and I'd rather just not have to worry about it. So we'll see. Yeah, I can't plan that much in the future because then I'll spiral and be like, I have to focus on this thing right here. And then everything else will get neglected. So I have to just take one thing at a time as it comes. As it comes, not as I see it. It's a different way to think. I think it's a good way to think. As it comes, you know. I mean, it's kind of the complacent way, but at the same time, like with the way my brain thinks, if I sit there and be like, well, I have to do this and this and this and this and this to get to this, I start trying to do all of them at once and fail. So, yeah. Oh, I don't have anybody watching me now, I don't think. Oh, well, let's see. That is an hour 40. So, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Um, please, 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 leave a comment, like, or, if you don't already follow me, friend me, whatever. I would like to kind of expand my this and try to get a lot more people involved and have conversations, things like that. So you know, if you have suggestions, please make them. Uh, please comment like what you did like, what you didn't like, things like that. I just want to make this better experience for me and everybody that watches it. So yeah. But I'm not gonna play any kind of fancy music. Oh, I do want to show you this. So this is I recorded this. I have to hit the button. I have to hit this button. Oh, come on! I hit the button. There we go. So I'm gonna give you a little treat. Only certain people are gonna know this song. Um, it is the hold music for Volkswagen tech line. This is what they play when you're on hold waiting for the tech line guys to answer to tell you you're dumb and treat you like shit. Yeah, they're great guys. A couple of them are really smart guys. But yeah, if you work in the field in Volkswagen, you'll know this song and the stress it causes. So, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just saying, Das Varan. Try that again. Das Vidania. Divide. Polka polka. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow. Same bat time. Same bat channel. Enjoy this. Because I know